Hi, my name is Denise. Welcome to this flexibility and balance class. Today we'll be performing standing moves, moving our arms and our legs and sometimes our torso in different diagonal patterns. You'll find that doing these different moves will increase the strength of your core, your muscles in the front and the back of your body, as well as your stability, strength, reaction time, and coordination. All you'll need today is an open area and some water nearby. You can choose to be barefoot or wear shoes. Throughout class, I invite you to make modifications or rest whenever you need to. So let's get started. Let's bring your feet about hip width apart. Make sure that your knees and toes are facing forward. Gently engage your abdominals, lengthen through your spine and your neck. Gently draw your ears back over your shoulders and continue to breathe, inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. As we inhale, let's bring your arms down in a V and then in front of your chest. Reach out to the sides and forward and then up in a high V and forward. We'll continue to do this out to the sides and forward in a low V, squeezing your shoulder blades together, out to the side, lengthen through your fingers and your arms. One more time, high, and out to the sides, and into a low V, opening your chest. Bring your hands next to your sides. Let's lift up onto the balls of your feet, and then down. Lift your heels up, engage your abdominals, and lower down. Try to come forward onto the balls of your feet and your big toes. Avoid rolling out towards your pinkies. Now let's add those low and high V arms. Down and then forward, out to the side. Squeeze your back muscles, lengthen, up in a V, high V, and forward. Low V, and forward. Notice that you're challenging your balance, your coordination, and your stability. One more time. Hold your body up, hold your arms in a low V. Draw your shoulders down. Now let's bring your left arm up, so your arm's in a diagonal pattern. Bring your hands forward. Other diagonal pattern, right arm up, left arm down. Can you lift up higher onto the balls of your feet? Try to turn on your inner thigh muscles without your knees rolling inward. One more time. Bring your hands forward, bring your hands down, lower your heels. Let's lift your toes up and down. We use our big toe muscles for balance. So when we take your toes away, we have to rely on the base of your foot and through all the muscles on the bottom of your foot. And then you may notice the muscles on the front of your shin working as well. One more time, hold your toes up, roll your shoulders back. Now let's bring your hands up so your palms are facing one another with your elbows bent. Open your elbows out to the sides and then forward, kind of like goalpost arms. Keep your toes up. Now let's bring your elbows into a low V, open your chest, and then forward. Now your elbows a little higher, open your chest. You may notice that you're stretching your chest muscles a little differently when your elbows are high here. When you're squeezing your elbows out to the sides, try to turn your back muscles on. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your arms higher. Again, squeeze your shoulder blades together, opening up your armpits. One more time. and hold it in. Bring your hands down, wiggle your toes. Now let's think about your legs. Let's zigzag your legs out and then in. Notice as they come in or out that your knees and toes are going in the same direction. It's important that we learn to move our knees and toes in the same direction so we don't twist your knees when you're moving. It's also strengthening the muscles in your thighs, your buttocks. One more time. And bring your feet back to a hip width position. Roll your shoulders back and then bring your feet a little closer. Only what's comfortable for you. Now let's bring your arms out to the sides. If it feels better, go into a low V position. That's absolutely fine. Do draw your shoulders back. Now stand strong, firm on your right leg. Lift your left knee up. Now press your big toe on the right down into the floor. Lift that big toe up. Notice how your balance changes. Push your big toe back down. Let's keep it down. Now with your right leg, tap the floor. Take it down and up. Work at your own pace. One more. Now let's lift your knee out at a diagonal. Tap down, diagonal in. Keep your body facing forward. Notice the stability that's required in your right leg as you move your leg in. You may notice that your abdominals are working a little stronger now. Stand up a little taller. One more time on each side. And bring your foot down. Let's roll through your feet. We'll try that on the other side. So bringing your feet down, stand firmly on your left foot. This time, let's bring your arms out to the sides. If your shoulders are getting tired, bring your hands down next to your sides. Let's float your right leg up. Now press your left toe into the floor. Engage your abdominals. Now float your left big toe off the floor. Press your toe down. And one more time, lift your toe up. And place your toe back down. So now you have your toes and your foot on the floor on the left. Now let's tap your right foot down and then lift it up. Tap it down. Lift your leg out at a diagonal. Tap down. Tap it inward. But keep your body facing forward. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, close one eye. Continue to breathe. Lift your knee up diagonally inward and outward. One more time. And let's bring your foot down, roll through your feet. Now we're working one more diagonal pattern with lifting your legs. Let's stand firmly on your right leg. Now let's bring your arms down next to your sides. With your thumbs facing forward, tap your left foot diagonally back. And then in. Tap, and then in. Now let's float it up. Now reach your hands back. And then right next to your sides. Lift diagonally back. So we're getting more of your glute muscles, your buttocks muscles, working, keep your upper body straight. It's the leg that's going diagonally back. Open your chest low. Two more times. Squeeze. Find your focal point. Bring it down. Let's switch legs. Tap back with the right. and then in. One more time, tapping back. Now let's lift it up a little higher. Diagonal. You may notice when you're lifting your leg diagonally up, your left big toes pressing firmly into the floor to make sure we don't tip forward. Open your chest. Continue to breathe. 2 more times. And last one. And bring your foot down. Let's roll through your feet. Now let's make sure that you have room in front of you, to the sides, and behind you. So quickly take a look around. We'll be moving in different directions. We're starting with an alternating forward lunge. We'll start with your right leg and then your left leg. Join me when you're ready. Step forward. So step forward enough that your knees and toes are going in the same direction. And your knees on top of your heel when you come forward. Push away. Use all the muscles in your entire body. Now we'll add a diagonal pattern, going to the right and then to the left. Here we go. To the right and then the left. Try to take a bigger step forward. Come together. Push away. Now watch that your knees and toes stay going in the same direction. It's very important for the health of your knees and your hips and your back too, that your torso is facing the direction. Come back to center. Come back to center again. One more on each side. Stay in the center, roll through your feet. Now we'll work on just the right side, moving in a diagonal pattern. We'll tap in the center, and then we'll tap diagonally backward with the right foot. Join me now. Lunge forward, bring it back in. Curtsy. Forward. Curtsy. Diagonal forward. Face the front when you curtsy. So we're really strengthening the muscles in your hip, challenging your rotational balance. So you choose how far you go back with that curtsy. Do make sure that it's not hurting your left knee. One more time. Hold your feet in, let's roll through your feet. Now make sure you have enough room on this left side. Same thing with that diagonally forward lunge with the tap back, moving into a curtsy. Here we go. Tap forward, or lunge forward, and tap. Make sure you stay forward when you're taking that foot back so we get a diagonal pattern with your leg. If you can, go further, curtsy a little deeper. You choose what feels best for your body today. Last one. Hold your feet together. Let's roll through your feet. Okay, so now we're going to switch it. With your right foot, we'll lunge diagonally back, and then we'll add a knee lift diagonally forward. Here we go. Lunge back, knee lift up, turn it inward, and then back. Can you lunge back further? Diagonally forward a little bit more with your body facing forward, making sure your body doesn't twist. 2 more. Last one. Bring your foot down and roll through your feet. You may notice that your glutes are working hard when we work in those diagonal patterns, and you may notice it in your abdominals as well. Just make sure you're not feeling it in your knees. Watch that your knees and toes are going in the same direction. And that's why we did that zigzag a little bit earlier. Here we go. Lunge back to the left. Bring your knee out. Turn it in. You may notice one side's a little bit easier or more difficult or challenging. This is my challenging side. One more time. And bring your foot down. Roll through your feet. Now place your feet on the floor. Roll your shoulders back. Do make sure that your knees and toes are facing forward and you have room behind you. We'll move into alternating rear lunges now, starting with your right foot. Here we go, step back. Other side. Step back a little further if you can, keeping your feet hip width apart. 2 more times. Let's hold your right foot back. Roll your shoulders back, bring your arms at your side. Now push down through your heel, but you're up on your toe. So you have a straight knee on the right side. Straight line from your head to your toe. Let's tilt forward. Your leg comes up, and then you tilt. Your leg comes down. Good, work at your own pace. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Notice that you're really strengthening the muscles in the left leg and maintaining your stability as we tilt in a diagonal pattern. One more time. And stand tall. Bring your feet hip width apart. Roll your shoulders back and move into squats. Sit back. Standing tall. Diagonal pattern from your head to your tailbone as you come down. And then straight with your abdominals on. Remember, draw your shoulders back, ears over your shoulders. One more time. Hold your body up. Let's tap your left foot back. So straight line from your head to your toe. Make your knee straight on the left. Now stay strong on your right leg. Here we go. Tilt forward, float your leg up. And then back down. Remember, you're working at your own pace. It's not how fast you go. It's how stable you are, how aware you are of where your body is in space. One more time. Hold your body up. Let's bring your feet hip width apart. And one more time into your squats. Sit back with your hips as if you're sitting into a low chair, hinging from your hips and then unhinging. Diagonal line from your head to your tailbone. And your knees and toes are going in the same direction. They're not collapsing inward. One more time. Hold it up. Roll through your feet. We're going to combine a squat with a tilt, and then we'll stand up and we'll squat, tilt on the other side with your leg lifting up behind you. So let's place your feet on the floor, roll your shoulders back. We'll go slowly. Here we go. Squat down for 2. Stand up, tilt forward, right leg goes back. And up, squat down. Tilt with your left leg back. Keep your back muscles on. Squat. Other side tilt, right leg. Squatting down. Lift your left leg up. Notice that your abdominals and your back muscles are working as that left leg right now is strong to tilt. Squatting down, sit back a little deeper. Tilt with the left leg up. Let's do one more on each side. And last one. And bring your foot down, roll through your feet. Now let's hold your feet down. Let's zigzag your feet outward. Work at your own pace. Remember, knees and toes in the same direction. Zigzag inward. And last time, zigzag outward. We'll finish with your feet wide, knees and toes in the same direction. So readjust your feet if you need to. Hands on your thighs. We'll lunge from side to side. Here we go. Watch that your knee and toe are going in the same direction. If you need to, take your feet a little wider. And if you need to, take a look down to ensure that your knees and toes are going in the same direction. Abdominals in. Can you come down a little deeper? Feel the stretch through your inner thigh, but don't overstretch. It's whatever feels comfortable for you at this moment, not what you normally do. It's important that our hips and our legs remain flexible. It's very important for your back health to have flexible hips. Keep your upper back tall. Don't forget about that. One more time on each side. Now let's stay on the right. Place your hand on your thigh. Reach your left hand overhead. Now we'll make a diagonal pattern with your torso. Reach your hand over and then up. We'll add your body now. Stand tall and lean. Straight line from your fingertips to your toes when you come over. Now, if you have the flexibility and comfort, come down on your thigh and then push up onto your hand. Exhale, and then inhale. 2 more. One more time. Hold your body up. Walk your feet a little closer if they've scooted out too far. Let's add wide squats here. And as you come down, push your knees out and stand up tall, folding from your hips. And again, notice a diagonal line through your torso. It's straight, your back is straight. Press evenly into your feet. One more time. Hold yourself up. Now, if you need to take your feet wider for the side lunges, do so, and make sure that your knees and toes are going in the same direction. Here we go. Let's lean over to the left. And let's bring your hand over. Here we go. Bring your hand up. And then over. Stand tall. And then to the side. Longer arm if you can. Now, if that doesn't feel good, keep your hand across your chest. Choose to bring your elbow down if you'd like to. Come up with your hand on your thigh. Make sure that your knees and toes are going in the same direction and that your shoulders are down. 2 more times. Last one. Hold yourself up. Bring your hand down. Walk your feet in a little closer. One more set of wide squats. Sit back. And then up. Notice, are you able to come down a little further because of the length that we've gotten in your legs because of those side reaches? You may notice that. You may not, and that's okay. As you stand tall, let's bring your arms in a low V. Bring your hands forward into a high V. Forward Low V. Low V. And then forward. A high V. One more time. Let's stay tall. Bring your arms down. Walk your feet in a little closer so that they're hip width apart. Roll your shoulders back. Let's roll through your feet. So there's actually a diagonal happening in your feet now. As you lift your heel from the ball of your foot to your heel, it's going diagonally forward. There's a diagonal bend in your knee and an angle from your knee to the foot. So our body works in diagonal patterns, rotational patterns, straight patterns. It's important that we're efficient with all of them. And that keeps all of the tissue and the joints in our body working effectively and efficiently. Let's hold your feet down, roll your shoulders back. Open your chest, turn your palms forward, reach into a low V. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you press your fingers down toward the floor diagonally. And then come forward, reach up diagonally, opening your chest, straighten your elbows, straighten your fingers, open up your palms. And bring your hands down, roll your shoulders back. One more time, roll through your feet. Let's hold your feet down. Let's step back with your right foot. We'll do a hip flexor stretch. Make sure your left knee and toe are going in the same direction. Bend both knees. Press the front of your right hip forward. Bring your arms down. Chest is open. And bring your hand down. Scoot your back foot in just a bit, placing your foot on the floor. Almost straighten or almost lock your right knee. Pressing your right heel into the floor, stretching through your calf. Continue to breathe here, bringing oxygen into your body, to your brain and your working muscles. And then slide that foot in. Let's take your left toe back. We'll start with your hip flexor. Right knee and toe in the same direction. Bend both knees. Press the front of your hip forward. Open your chest. This time, elbows out. Bring your elbows in a low V. Open your fingers. Elbows in a high V. Pull your elbows back. And then back down. Lift up, slide your back foot in slightly. Press your left heel down, straightening your left knee, stretching through your calf on the left. Do keep your back tall. And gently bring yourself up. Let's bring your feet hip width apart. Bend your knees slightly. Press your hip to the right. Now, press your hip diagonally backward. Press it back to the side. Bring yourself up. Press your hip diagonally forward. And back to the center. Bend both knees slightly. Press your hip to the left. Keep your chest open, please. And then press diagonally back. Back to the center, to the side one more time. And then stand up tall. Press your hip diagonally forward. Back to center. Let's take your feet a little wider. Knees and toes in the same direction. Right hand's on your thigh. Let's reach up in a diagonal pattern. Straight line from your fingers to your toes. And then the other side. Bring your hand down. Zigzag your feet back in. And so your feet, knees are hip width apart. Roll your shoulders back. Hold your shoulders back and down. Float your toes up. Maintain a straight, nice long spine. Press your toes down firmly. And then relax your feet. Close your eyes for just a bit. Lengthen through your spine. Lengthen through your neck. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale, open your eyes. Continue to breathe at your own pace. Just notice how you feel. I hope you feel an energized sense of calm. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll practice some of these patterns throughout your day or notice when your body's moving in diagonal patterns. And I think you'll notice that we have much more strength through the center of our body, and it really keeps us flexible and with really good posture. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you again next time.